Whoa.
Did we do one last week? I can't remember.
No.
Okay. Feels like it's been a while.
Coach, we have been hearing about a lot of players saying rebuild the culture, rebuild the culture. I mean, was the culture broken, or what do they mean by that?
You always have to work on your culture. So if your guys' news station, you better be working on your culture every day. But that's been a big theme of ours is really trying to build a strong culture this spring because we're going to need it in the fall. We had 4 players leave. We're adding 2 more players. We added 2 freshmen. So this is a great time to spend time on it because you really don't have time in August, and then once the season starts, there's just not a lot of time to do it. So, and the other challenge for us this year is we're going to have potentially, we got to have 8 players gone with USA teams. So that means over half our team won't even be here for part of the summer. So they can't work on it when everybody's gone. So we just try to make an emphasis of it. We've come up with cool things. You see the chains hanging in there, and it's one of the fun things about coaching is coming up with new things, new ideas, and continuing to try to strengthen our team and our culture, and so we can be great.
Who kind of came up with the chain idea?
That was in a brainstorm out of meetings, and I called Brian Comita I said, hey, do you got any big old chains over there? Like ship anchor type chains? And he came up with those 2, so I don't know where they came from or where he got them from, but and then the team, I don't know, they tell you about the links. Yeah, so they're working on building their own chains.
What have you seen from your 2 new freshmen, Olivia and Skylar, so far this spring?
If you ask me who the most impressive players were this spring, sorry, that's probably my horse moving. If you ask me the 2 that have impressed me the most, because probably I had the lowest expectations for, because you're just never sure how freshmen are going to react. Those 2 have been awesome, and my last, or the kind of our debrief at the end of practice there, I talked to them about those 2 have come in and they've raised the level of our gym, and typically freshmen are just trying to hang in there. And I don't know if you guys know, but Olivia's house got taken out by the tornado. And that kid was MVP today, and I complimented her on, here's somebody whose family just lost their house. They're trying to figure out where to live. It's not even, I mean, she's coming in here and performing really, really well. So, very impressed with those 2.
You had more practices than a typical spring this year?
Nope, same amount, 6 weeks. Yeah, we just started later.
Spread it out?
Nope, we just went six weeks straight. So this is week 6 for us, and so that's what we normally do.
Do you still get the same level of excitement ahead of the spring match every year?
Yeah, I just did radio interviews today out with the stations out west. Nate can tell you which ones, Doug and Daddy and Jason Jorgensen on the KRVN or whatever, but those are all my people out there now, the farmers, the horse people, the cattle guys. And we do that during the fall. I do weekly shows with them, but it's just, you hear the tone and the excitement in the people's voices in Kearney, where we're going, and I just know the last couple of years what it's felt like and how the reception that we get, and this is going to be another one that's going to be really special.
Allie played, or she done? Allie, is Allie done?
Allie just, that was her last drill. So
that could have gone good or bad. How would you say it's gone?
Awesome. Allie and I and her teammates, they're very close. She's we've had a great relationship, her whole career here, and so there's nothing but mutual respect, and I want her to stay in touch and still feel, part of Nebraska volleyball.
Everyone available for the match on Saturday?
Uh-huh.
Harper going to play?
I'm not saying who's playing, but everybody's available, yeah.
What does it mean to you, the spring match coming up, what does it mean to be able to kind of go to all these different smaller towns around Nebraska and share that love of Nebraska volleyball with the whole state, where all those people out there might not be able to come to the Devaney and see a game?
Well, that's one of the things I talked about on the radio today is that Lindsay told me that when it sold out in 46 minutes and you had to pay cash. I'm like, what do you mean? I don't even carry cash. Who does cash anymore? And the reason behind it was they wanted to make sure that people in Kearney would get tickets. Because if you do it online, I mean, people from everywhere can get tickets and limit the number of opportunities for the people that live in the Kearney area. So that just tells you right there it's going to be locals, and that means a little more to us, and it will mean a lot to them.
How can you challenge Merritt to keep raising the bar when she's already set such a high standard?
Easy. That was the first talk we had. It's after Beach got over. It was, how do you go to the next level? And she's definitely gone to another level. And she wants to be great. She's is coachable. We've worked on some things, and I've seen a huge difference in her. So it's not easy. And when you do that, you have to be willing to stay with it, even though you may not feel like you're making progress. Whereas the freshmen are feeling like every day they survive, they're making progress. And so it's a tough thing, but mentally how to approach it. And you know, her and Lexi are both in the same boat. First team All-Americans, and how are you going to go? And then they got a lead too. So it's not easy, but both those guys have done a great job.
What's the mindset like, you know, after the result you guys had last year falling in the national championship? What's the mindset been like from the team coming into these spring practices and then heading into fall? What's their mindset like? Is there like a little bit of unfinished business? Are you guys not thinking about that?
We're just worried about the next play. That's all we worry about. So can't worry about the pass. It's how are we going to get better in the next play, and are we going to max our team out? That's our whole mindset.
How was the concert the other night?
Awesome. He's the best.
I saw you up in the suite. You were jamming out. You were having fun.
Yeah, it was. We had a great time. That was our team. Last year we did the branding and the horses and everything, and this year it's a great story because when he was here in Lincoln, it was the night before the stadium match. So they had interviews and stuff with ESPN and Big Ten Network. I got 2 tickets last minute to go and took Lauren, my daughter, and we had a great time. And I just said, it's the best concert I've ever been to. So they were just mouthing off the other day, like, Coach, get us Zach Bryan tickets. You know, can you get us into the concert? Can we go? Can we take the day off? And I'm like, when is it? I didn't even know he was here. And they go, oh, he's in Omaha Monday, Tuesday. I go, okay, let's see. So we scrambled around and found a way to get in there, and it was an awesome concert. And so it was a great bonding time for our team. And the problem is that we probably took, you know, hundreds of pictures, and it was really fun.
Who's got a better rendition of Revival, you or Coach Rule?
Oh, we do. We actually made our own Revival, and I talk about our players in it and how they're here to prove it. So we've got it going, and we made a video out of it. So we have a recording and then a video, and it's blow Matt Rule away.
Was it special?
They can't even dream of that. So.
Was it special to kind of see that song with the players there and share that moment with them?
Well, that's why you saw they captured that, because I play it all the time. They've heard it hundreds of times. I've played it during the fall. We made it during the fall because it was just, we always did it on game day. It was just our way of pumping them up, saying good things, and they're here to prove it. So it's a great song, and he does an amazing job with it. But what he's really doing is he's introducing his band members and kind of making it special for them. So there's a great correlation for us.
Based on what you've seen this spring and maybe even that close scrimmage, are there any areas in particular you're going to be watching really closely on Saturday to see how they perform?
No, I already know how they're going to perform. They're going to get after it, and they've improved in every area of the game this spring. So I told them I'm not sure we've ever had a team play at this high level in the spring as we have this year. And part of it is because we got a big group. Allie's in there, and but remember our younger players are all a year older now, so they know what it's like. And again, those freshmen did not lower the level; they raised the level. So it's been a very, very competitive spring, and I'm always tinkering, trying new drills. We did a couple new drills this week. They really like it. Probably in the fall we'll do the same drills over and over every day, but we tried some new drills and new training methods and different ways to teach, and that makes it really enjoyable for me as a coach, and it's challenging for them. It's something new.
Final questions?
And then from a coaching perspective, what changes have you made for the new rule in the next season with the NCAA double contact rule?
There was a ball, so I blow the whistle in our practice. Lindsey Krause set an awful set today, and I went like that. Can't blow the whistle. If it's a second contact, anything goes. So, and it was as ugly as it can get. I went and stopped it. So that's how we're handling it, and there's no pressure now. And now, if somebody takes it over on the second contact and double hits it, then that'll get called. And we actually had that called yesterday. So.
All right, thank you.
Okay, guys,
Thanks,
thanks. All right.
We're going to bring up Olivia Mack.